Hello, I'm Missy Marsh, Counselor and Department Chair for the Milton Guidance Department. Sophomore, junior, and senior registration for the 2011-2012 school year is scheduled for March 7th through the 13th of 2011. The registration information is online and can be found at miltonhighschool.com. The registration process is different this year and will be online. Students and parents will enter their class preferences and complete their requests online using the Home Access Center. Students and parents should make good choices and choose correct classes now. Class changes in August will be very difficult to grant due to limited classroom space and resources. Parents and students are encouraged to complete the registration process together. Here is how the online registration process will work. Students and parents will log into the Home Access Center to view the recommendations that have already been entered by the current teachers and enter their class preferences for next year. Students should be certain that 6 credits are requested for each semester by utilizing the registration materials which indicate which courses are semester-long and year-long. Students will need to complete a supplemental course request form if they would like to register for a class in which a prerequisite is required and they are not currently taking that subject. For example, if a student would like to take an advanced art class next year, but is not currently taking an art class, that student would complete a supplemental course request and must have an art teacher sign it. Supplemental course requests should be turned in to Office 1320 throughout the registration week and no later than 4 p.m. on March the 11th. Teacher recommendations for current students will be visible in the Home Access Center during registration week and will be indicated by an underline and blue print. If a placement for a course has been locked based on the teacher's recommendation, students will not be able to add or edit the course selection column. Waivers for current Milton High School students will be accepted for parents who wish to request a course different from the placement recommended by a teacher. Similar to the past 3 years, no math waivers will be accepted. These forms can be found online and in all office suites and will be accepted throughout the registration week in Office 1320. The deadline for waivers is 4 p.m. on March 11th. Students who waive into an honors or an AP course will be responsible for all of the summer coursework. For students wishing to take a class in which an audition is required, they should request the entry-level course in the Home Access Center. Class placement will not be determined until the auditions are completed at the end of March. Sections for these courses will be changed once the auditions are finished. For students wishing to take a class in which an application and teacher approval is required, students should apply for the class that they would like to take by completing the appropriate application directly with the teacher. Again, class placement for these courses will not be determined until the student applications are approved at the end of March. In the meantime, these students need to choose alternate courses in the Home Access Center to fill the space in their schedule. Please choose these alternate courses wisely in case you are not approved for the desired program. Let's review the registration timeline. March 7th in homeroom, students will receive their transcript and a supplemental course request form. Also March 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. is AP night for rising 10th through 12th grades. March 9th, the elective fair during all 4 lunch periods. March 7th through the 11th, the supplemental course requests and waivers will be accepted in room 1320. The deadline is 4 p.m. on March 11th. No exceptions. March 13th at 11 o'clock p.m., all registration entries need to be completed in the Home Access Center. On March 17th,
the verifications are sent home to the parents via their child. On March 18th, the verification corrections are due and they should be turned into the homeroom teacher.
Students should have talked with their teachers during the month of February about their recommendations. Questions regarding academic placement and recommendations should be directed to the specific content teacher. Any questions regarding graduation requirements should be directed to the child's guidance counselor. Last names A through CL, Cindy Cibula. CO to GO, Stephen Robinson. GR to KR, Curtissa Johnson. KU through OS, Normandy Kynard. OV through SE, Melissa Marsh. SH through Z, Michelle Harding. We are looking forward to a smooth registration process. Thank you, and go Eagles!